The Age of Simorgh. Planning for Human Convergence with Technology by M. Rioziat. Machine-assisted collective decision-making that minimizes human supervision signals the dawn of the Age of Simorgh, the age of humans merging with their technology to create larger and more complex entities. We are currently observing the emergence of an early Simorgh who is learning to make decisions on its own using a combination of humans and machines. What are the possible outcomes, and what are the choices for individual humans? Introduction. We are entering a new era of existence, one in which mankind will merge with technology to create a new way of life. Our form of government will become obsolete. Egalitarianism will no longer be a lofty goal. The distinction between reality and fantasy will fade, and the lifestyle of humanity will change drastically to one of happiness and leisure. Many common predictions and speculations about recent technological advancements and their effects on human lifestyle are dystopian or apocalyptic. Particularly in the technical fields of robotics and artificial intelligence, popular fiction tends to show robots assuming a dominant position, forcing humans to engage in a struggle to maintain some control over the autonomous and intelligent machines. Perceiving anything that disrupts our routine existence as a threat is a common reaction, but it is not universal. Some authors argue that technology has always helped us to achieve a better standard of living and that it will continue to do so. We dispute the universality of this viewpoint. Other authors have predicted the evolution of a global brain or a similar collective union. The reader may deduce from these writings that humans are on the verge of losing their individuality. Conversely, the inferred message may be one of hope and excitement for a new evolutionary milestone. In this book, we investigate the effect of technology on our society, our way of life, and our form of government. We are increasingly receiving collective or automated assistance in our daily decision-making, and soon we will not be able to make unaided decisions on our own. Such signs and trends point in the direction of the evolution of a new type of organism with an immense potential for either advancement or failure. This entity will be in the form of a titanic, living, thinking, and acting organism whose body cells are humans and machines. One or multiple such organisms may emerge, but they will not engulf the entire human population. We call this new type of organism a Simorgh, sovereign intellimatic organization of humans. In ancient Persian legends, Simorgh was depicted as a wise, benevolent, and magnificent bird with magical powers, who lived on a remote and inaccessible mountain top. One episode in The Epic of Kings describes how Simorgh adopts an albino child who has been abandoned by his parents and raises him to prominence in the society as a distinguished warrior. In another more philosophical narration, The Conference of the Birds, a nation of birds embarks on a long expedition to seek the exalted Simorgh. The few who persevere the strenuous journey find themselves to have been collectively transmuted into the legendary Simorgh. See Appendix A for more detail. The emerging modern Simorgh is a consequence of human civilization and technology. We can attribute traits to it such as beauty, wisdom, and power, as in the Epic of Kings, and it will include a select population of humans as in the Conference of the Birds. Simorgh is a direct extension of human ingenuity, and currently, we are observing the early stages of its development. Simorgh may live, think, and act on new scales of time and space that will be incomprehensible to humans. Many of us will only be functioning as its body cells, nodes, and may be happy with the comfort and security that it will provide. This splendid development is not likely to stop in the absence of a catastrophic event, and perhaps it is not wise to try to impede its progression. We are at an inflection point in this development, and it behooves us to engage in some conscious early analysis and planning. We need to understand the possible outcomes and consciously influence the emergence of Simorgh in our favor while we can, as our influence will diminish over time. In addition to optimizing its foundation to ensure friendliness to humans, other aspects of the emerging superorganism are currently worth exploring, such as its multiplicity, replication, diseases, and chances of long-term survival. This is a revolution that is growing faster and larger in scale than anything that humanity has ever experienced or has ever been able to imagine. As we are continuing to merge with our technology, we are going to be catapulted into a fresh reality that will be entirely novel to every human being alive today. Once fully formed, neither the humans that constitute Simorgh's body cells nor those people who live on the outside will necessarily be cognizant of the presence of Simorgh as a living entity. Naturally, the forces and mechanisms that drive its behavior remain equally incomprehensible. This is analogous to the relationship between the human body and the single cells or single-celled organisms that live in and around it. They are not conscious of the human body's existence and intents, even though they are directed or strongly influenced by it. Before Simorgh reaches that stage, we currently have a short window of opportunity through which we can exert some influence on the outcome. We will show that with the emergence of Simorgh, the human society will simultaneously undergo profound changes. The following are a few examples. The distinction between democracy and dictatorship will fade as both systems become obsolete. The boundary between reality and fantasy will become less distinct. Human nodes of Simorgh will each have the option to design the world in which they prefer to live. Egalitarianism as a general goal will fade away and the human society will permanently bifurcate. These changes are neither inherently good nor bad. It is up to us to steer them in the direction that appeals to us. Thank you for listening to this introduction to the book, The Age of Simorgh. For more information, please visit the website simorgh.us.